What I found interesting here is that Kroenke is actually from Missouri, so he'd be moving this team from St. Louis back to LA, where it was based until 1994.
That's right, and he was instrumental in bringing them from Los Angeles in the first place. He actually bought his minority share in the team as part of the move in 1995, and then became majority owner in 2010. So, and he's born in Missouri, still keeps an office there, still has a house there. So it's an interesting twist in the story.
I mean, why? Like, why go back to LA?
It's a huge market that has been empty for, like you said, 20 years. So, I mean, one person I spoke with estimated that the team would be worth twice as much there. And obviously, he would also be putting it in the middle of a huge development. And he is a real estate developer by trade, and he wants to put this 80,000-seat stadium in the middle of a 300-acre mixed-use sort of retail, office, hotel, everything complex. And he also feels like he was spurned by St. Louis. They had a chance to sort of come up with a $700 million worth of funding to redo the stadium they have there and sort of meet the terms of their lease, and they said, we don't want to do that.
So when you said it would be worth twice as much going to LA, how do you literally value it? Is it the amount of people that go to your game? Is it like concession sales? I
mean, that's a guess. Bloomberg estimates the team in St. Louis is worth $800 million if you tried to sell it, sort of cash value. You know, obviously a NFL team in LA is worth more than an NFL team in St. Louis. The question of how much more is hard to parse out because, you know, you look at what Steve Ballmer paid for the LA Clippers recently. There's a huge premium on having a sort of a marquee franchise in a major city, even just because owners like to own in big cities.
Who else wants to put a team in LA? Because he's not the only one.
That's right. So the rival plan is the San Diego Chargers and Oakland Raiders would move in together to a stadium in Carson. So Kroenke's plan is a stadium in Inglewood. They want to put a stadium in Carson and inhabit it together. And that's what the owners have to vote on. The league wants to have something ready for them to vote on by January. They may not by then, but the goal is to actually have a team in LA next year, not in a new stadium, but there and ready to inhabit a new stadium whenever they get it built. So the timeline is real now. They really want to have it ready for next year.
And you were saying that Kroenke was spurned in St. Louis, so is use of public funds in LA a deal breaker for him?
Basically, there haven't been a lot of public funds available in LA. That's part of the reason that there hasn't been a team there for the last 20 years. They just aren't willing. And so he's willing to back the LA project himself and with whatever funds he can raise on his own. St. Louis, meanwhile, has come up with a plan to build a riverfront stadium, a new stadium for the Rams that would cost more than $1 billion and that they would pay public funds of more than $300 million on, depending on how you count. So that's the trick for the league. They are trying to figure out kind of what San Diego, Oakland, and St. Louis can come up with for those franchises and then decide who gets to leave.
So what's the synergy between the Rams and the rest of Kroenke's professional sports portfolio? Because he owns, what, the Denver Nuggets, the Colorado Avalanche, the Colorado Rapids, which is a soccer team.
MLS, yeah.
MLS, and something else.
And the crown jewel, actually, the biggest franchise that he owns is a English Premier League soccer club, Arsenal.
Oh, yeah, that.
So, yeah.
I'm just kidding. It's the biggest one there.
Yeah. So it's maybe the biggest sports portfolio in the world. It started with the Rams, but he's built it up over time. And you know, he has shown an ability, for instance, to make his American soccer team a sister club with the English club. But mostly these are run kind of as independent enterprises. Obviously, the Avalanche and the Nuggets share their arena, which he also owns. So he just is really a sports nut and has built this, you know, multi-billion-dollar portfolio.